Good morning everyone. I hope you all are fine and healthy. We are reading chapter number 16, Water, a Precious Resource. In our previous video, we have read about groundwater and depletion of water table. Today we will learn about distribution of water. Water is distributed unevenly or unequally on the earth due to various factors. The most important factor that is responsible for the uneven distribution of water on the various parts of the earth is rain. So due to rain, the water is distributed unequally. It is the most important factor in the uneven distribution of water. Some places on the earth, they receives a good amount of rainfall and they are water rich, whereas there are some places on the earth such as deserts which receives very less rainfall and they suffer a shortage or scarcity of water. The rainfall in India, it is not same everywhere in all the regions or all the areas. Some of the areas in India receives a large amount of rainfall or a heavy rainfall, whereas there are some areas in India which receives very low rainfall or very less rainfall. The excessive or large amount of rainfall in a particular area, it causes floods, whereas the less rainfall or the absence of rainfall, we can say that when there is no rainfall in an area, it causes drought. Drought means sukha. Due to this, there may be some areas in our country that may suffer from the flood, whereas there are some areas which may suffer from the drought. It can happen even at the same time, in the same month. For example, Assam receives an average annual rainfall of 280 centimeter, which is very high, whereas the Rajasthan receives an average annual rainfall of 49 centimeter, which is very low. That's why the Assam gets the flood every year, whereas the Rajasthan faces water shortage. Now it may be possible that we are living in an area where there is sufficient rainfall, but still we may be suffering from water scarcity or water shortage. This can happen if there is mismanagement of water resources, which leads to the wastage of water. Now the mismanagement of water can be due to various reasons, like mismanagement of water by water supply department. At many places, the water is supplied through a network of big and small pipes. Many times we have seen the big water pipelines leaking and a lot of water coming out of these pipes, which causes a wastage of water. It is the responsibility of water supply department to stop the mismanagement of water by fixing the water pipelines that are leaking quickly. Sometimes the dirty water also gets mixed with the fresh water that is being supplied, which causes a wastage of water. Another reason could be mismanagement of water at the individual level. All of us, knowing or unknowingly, waste a lot of water while brushing our teeth, shaving, bathing, taking shower, washing our clothes and during many other activities. And the leaking taps in our homes, they are also a source of water wastage. The another reason could be mismanagement of rainwater. Most of the rainwater that falls around us, it flows away into the dirty water drains and it becomes useless. This causes wastage of water. Rainwater could be used to recharge the groundwater for the future use. Now we will learn about the proper management of water. How can we manage the water in a proper way? By the proper management of available water, which helps in the conservation of water and minimizes its wastage. Some steps that can be taken for the proper management of water are rainwater harvesting, revival of borees, drip irrigation. One way of increasing the availability of water to overcome the shortage of water, it is rainwater harvesting. The most important technique of rainwater harvesting is to make the rainwater seep into the ground more efficiently by constructing the percolation pits and recharge wells to recharge the groundwater. Borees means the step wells in which the person can go down step by step to fetch the water. Borees are the ancient water storage system and water recharge system. Borees were built for collecting the water to supply water to the people during the period of drought. Due to the water shortage faced by the people in various areas, the borees are being renovated and revived, and the people in these areas can fulfill their water needs even in case of very less rainfall. The proper management of water in the agriculture, it can be done by using the drip irrigation method. Drip irrigation is a method or technique of watering the plants by using the narrow pipes or small size tubes which are having small holes in them, which delivers the water directly at the base of the plants. Drip irrigation gives water directly to the roots of the plants at a slow rate, which can be absorbed by the soil easily, and there is no wastage of water. The drip irrigation method minimizes the wastage of water in the agriculture. The wastage of water during the supply of water through the pipes and leaking taps in the houses and other buildings, it should be prevented. Now we will learn what role we can play to minimize the wastage of water. We can save water at our homes by minimizing its wastage. The various ways in which we can minimize the wastage of water are: we should get the leaking taps repaired immediately, because the leaking taps cause a wastage of large amount of water. We should not keep the tap running while we are brushing our teeth, shaving or washing the clothes, etc. We should not take bath under the running tap. We should take the bath by filling the water in a bucket. The water that we use for washing rice, vegetable or fruits, we can use this water for watering the plants. We should not wash the floor regularly. Instead of washing, we should mop the floor. Every person should use the water wisely and carefully and minimize its wastage. What's the importance of conserving water? 22nd March is celebrated as World Water Day. Now we will learn about the effect of water scarcity on the plants. We grow many plants in our homes in the pots, and these plants that are grown in the pots, they are known as potted plants. The potted plants are watered regularly. If the potted plants will not be watered for some of the days, then the plant will become wilt and it will finally dry up. The potted plants are watered regularly. If the potted plants will not be watered for a few days, then the plants will wilt and they will finally dry up. And if the potted plants are not watered for a long duration, then the plant will die. So the water is very essential for maintaining the life of plants. Plants need water to obtain the nutrients from the soil and make their food by the process of photosynthesis. So due to the scarcity of water or due to the water shortage, the plants will not be able to make sufficient food for themselves, for human beings and for animals, due to which there will be a severe shortage of food, and this severe shortage of food will lead to famine. Due to the decreased photosynthesis, the plants will not be able to release sufficient oxygen into the air. Now the shortage of oxygen for the breathing, it will harm all the animals and human beings. We know that the plants release a large amount of water vapors in the air through the process known as transpiration. Now if there will be less plants, so the rate of transpiration will be low, due to which there will be less rainfall. Now if the water is not available to the plants at all, then all the plants will become wilt and they will die. And when there will be no plants, so the green nature of the earth will be lost. In the absence of plants, there will be no food for anyone to eat, there will be no oxygen to breathe, and there will be less rainfall. And this may lead to end of all the lives on the earth. Now the best way of overcoming the shortage of water, it is rainwater harvesting. Now we will learn two cases in which the people have been successful in overcoming the acute water shortage in their area by practicing the rainwater harvesting. So the first case is about the Bhujpur in the Kutch area of the Gujarat state. The Bhujpur area in Gujarat, it has a very irregular rainfall, and the only source of fresh water in this area is groundwater. With the increase in the population, the demand for the water has increased a lot over the years. As a result of this, the water table in this area has went down too low, and some of the wells and tube wells, they have dried up completely. In the year 1989, the people of the village along with a non-governmental organization decided to harvest the rainwater. For this purpose, 18 check dams were built on the Rukmati river and its tributaries that were flowing in that area. The rainwater held by the check dams seeped into the ground and recharged the groundwater in aquifers. As a result of this, the wells and the tube wells in this area, they have a sufficient water now. In this way, the river water which used to flow earlier into the sea and get wasted has now become available as groundwater for irrigation and other purposes. We know that Rajasthan is a very hot and dry place which receives very less rainfall. The challenge of the natural scarcity of water has been overcome by the collective action of the people. A number of social workers have revived the 5 dried up rivers Arveri, Ruparel, Sarsa, Bhagani and Jhajwali by constructing rainwater harvesting structures. The increased water thus available has transformed a dry area in the Alwar district of Rajasthan into a lush green area. So these two cases are about the areas which receives very less rainfall or very irregular rainfall, but still they have managed the supply of water there and they don't face any shortage of water. With the help of rainwater harvesting, they have done this. Now we will discuss some questions related to our today's topic. So our first question is, what is meant by drip irrigation? What is its advantage? So we know that drip irrigation is a method of watering the plants by using narrow pipes or tubes that are having small holes in them, and these narrow pipes or tubes, they deliver the water directly at the base of the plants. So the drip irrigation gives water directly to the roots of a plant at a slow speed, and this water can be easily absorbed by the soil and there is no wastage of water. So the advantage of drip irrigation is that there is no wastage of water and it minimizes the use of water in the agriculture. Now our second question is, describe the mismanagement of water at the level of water supply department. So we have seen that in many of the places, especially cities and towns, the water is supplied by the water supply department by small and big size pipes, and there are sometimes holes in the pipes or sometimes there is a leakage in the pipes, so the water starts coming out of these pipes which causes wastage of water. So these leakage should be fixed as early as possible so that there is no wastage of water. Now the next part is, describe the mismanagement of water at the individual level. Sometimes we unknowingly or knowingly waste a lot of water, like when we brush our teeth, we shave, or we take bath, washing our clothes, and especially many other during activities. Now, sometimes in our homes, the taps are leaking and sometimes the pipes are also leaking. They are also a source of water wastage. Now, our third question is, describe any two steps which can be taken for the proper management of water. So there are many steps that can be taken like rainwater harvesting and revival of bodies, drip irrigation. So first of all, we can use the rainwater harvesting system. It is the most important technique of storing the water and allowing it to seep into the ground more efficiently. We used to construct the percolation pits and recharge well so that the groundwater gets recharged and there is no shortage of water. Now the next method can be using the drip irrigation systems in the agriculture so that there is no wastage or there is minimum use of water in the agriculture. Now the fourth question is, you have been asked to maintain a garden. How will you minimize the use of water for the irrigation of plants in the garden? So we know that if we have to maintain a garden, we have to minimize the use of water for the irrigation. So the best method is using the drip irrigation. So I will use the drip irrigation method which supplies the water directly to the roots, or we can say to the base of the plants, which can be easily absorbed by the soil at a slow rate. So there will be no wastage of water and minimum use of water will be there. Now the next question is, what will happen if the potted plants are not watered for a few days? So if the potted plants are not watered for a few days, so the plant will get wilt and it will dry up. And if it is not watered for a very long time, then that plant will finally die. So that's it students. Now our chapter is over. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Take care.